For anyone who's ever had the good fortune to hunt the Sunshine State of Florida, you may know that if a gobbling turkey is within earshot, chances are he is also within sight distance. The vast expanses with low, dense cover can trick even the best trained ears. Longtime team member John Odell joins good friend Bobby Matthews on a typical early foggy morning hunt. Both John and Bobby are experienced with the audio levels of an unsuspecting Osceola. Hello, I'm Terry Drury with Drury Outdoors. For those of you that are familiar with our Madness series, believe me, you won't be disappointed with Madness 5 and 6. We'll kick things off with a bang, so get ready. We're bringing the best turkey hunting has to offer right into the comfort of your own living room.
John,
Enjoy.
Right out there, John.
You know, I just can't get over how gorgeous these Osceolas are. It's just amazing. And look, that's a true Osceola there. There's hardly any white in those wingtips at all. And a big thank you, Bobby. I know you called me, what was it, 2 weeks ago and told me all the turkeys you were seeing. And then last weekend you woke me up in the morning because I'm on Pacific time and you're on Eastern time. Right. And you guys said, well, hey, we hate to wake you up, but you need to hear about all these turkeys. And you sure knew right where to put us. We had turkeys all around us. And I think the most important part of this hunt was patience. Right. And, you know, I had said to you, you know, I like to hunt aggressive. It's just the way I am. I like to try to get right on the birds. And that one was, how many times did he gobble this morning?
60.
60. And so I said,
50.
Let's go after him. And you said, no, let's just be patient.
Be patient. Mm-hmm.
And it certainly paid off. We sat there and you were looking with the binoculars because it was foggy. And you saw this bird out there and I called and he hit our call. And it just took him a while to work in, but he came in slow and quiet, just like an Osceola will. And here he is.
Great hunt, great bird, John.
Gotta love the Sunshine State.
Yes, sir, brother.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I'll cherish this for a long time.
Just a little patience, coupled with some awesome calling, is a lethal combination for John. Osceola hunting at its finest. A big thanks to Bobby Matthews.
Where they want to go.
Okay.
They might be more apt to come to a call or come.
Yeah, right up there. Okay, let's do it. Get the decoys out.
Well, there isn't much that needs to be said about Brother Mark and Tad Brown, other than the fact that it is an honor and a real treat to hunt with two veterans as experienced as these two. There aren't many scenarios that these two haven't encountered somewhere along the line in their wide range of travels. Just watch them work magic on this stellar hunt with great friend and Dan Thurston of Lazy D Outfitters. I can say with confidence, this is one of the very best in Drury outdoors history, a true classic.
Oh, Tad Brown. Was that beautiful, buddy? Man. Look at him. Big Easter, buddy. Good job. You cherry bombed him, I'll guarantee you now. Oh, man, that's fun. Boy, he worked in so pretty coming over that green hill. I mean, what a beautiful evening that. Congratulations. I guarantee you, that's a pretty evening hunt as you can ask for. Well, Dan Thurston, thank you again for a fantastic hunt. Man, I can't say thank you enough. Tad, thank you for making a great shot.
Thanks, Tad.
Hey, thank you for bringing him in with the cherry bomb. I mean,
that's fun. When you
all
get
I
to
had-
sit back and you don't have to worry about a camera or a gun,
Right.
it's fun to call. Something else that's fun is being a part of a new product before it hits the market. We're lucky in the fact that we're part of Outland and we get to show products or experiment with them in the field.
Absolutely.
a year
Field test them before they come to market, yeah.
This new flock is different in the fact that there's two jakes with one hen. And we've got a submissive jake, a dominant jake, and then of course the signature series hen. So it's really a flock for all seasons because you can put just the dominant hen and the jake, and the hen has different positions. You can put her in a feeding position with that grommet. You can put her down on the ground and put the jake on her in a breeding position. It really is a fantastic combination.
They have certainly worked well this past few days.
They have. Dan, when it comes to your business, I mean, we're out here turkey hunting and having a great time, but really, you being in Kansas, I mean, the bulk of your business revolves around white-tailed deer, does it not?
Exactly. Deer hunting is our mainstay of the business, but you know, we've had non-resident hunting now in Kansas for about 4 years, and we've harvested some really nice buck.
How many acres do you control for deer hunting?
We run about 15,000 acres, and typically we do 8 to 10 guys a year is all we do. We go smaller and try.
Real limited. And in the last 2 or 3 years, I mean, we talked to you during deer season, and we've had some good hunts down here with you, but you've taken like a 204 and a 1. Tell me those scores. I mean, they're giants.
We've had a 212, a 194, several in the 150 to 160 range. You know,
Some
they're
big,
here.
big-
I mean, we have the genetics, yeah, but you know, it can be tough.
It's hunting.
It's hunting. I mean, they're not around every corner. Don't let them fool you.
We're seeing a lot of sign as we've turkey hunted. We set up earlier today on a turkey, and there was a couple of great big scrapes there, and some good rubs down through there, and lots of track, a lot of sign.
Got some good deer hunting.
Thanks again, Dan.
You bet.
We appreciate it.
You betcha. It's been a pleasure. Both of you guys.
Good job.
All right. That's one we'll be talking about for a long time.
I'm not a kid, and that was fun. Woohoo! It was so pretty coming across there. I swear. Check that peak out. That's gorgeous.
There we go, finally. You know, there's a key point, particularly on windy days. When you're out walking and striking, it's amazing how much further your sound will travel, particularly high-pitched calls like this cherry bomb, if you hold it up in the air and get it over that ground cover. You know, a lot of times, even when I'm working a bird, if I'm down low to the ground and I'm calling and not getting a response, I'll raise the call up, not in volume, but in height actually, if the bird can't see me, and get that sound to cut over that ground clutter. And a lot of times it'll get to the bird and make him gobble a lot quicker. Try it next time.
There is nothing quite like taking a young boy out and assisting him in attempting to harvest a big old longbeard. Well, there are other elements in nature that are reckoned to be dealt with, as young Trey Foray soon finds out. A wily old coyote can quickly put the kibosh on what would seem to be a foolproof plan.
It scares him off, he comes back up here and I'm shooting it. It's a gobbler's berry.
Comes Trey. Here he comes. Get your gun, yeah. Be still, be still, be still, be still. Be still, you gotta stay still. Call again.
Two big old gobblers right out in front of me, and I was calling them in pretty good, and then this coyote came in from right over there and chased them off. There's one of them up in the tree over there on the side.
Well, there is no telling how often that scenario has happened to the average hunter, only to leave them scratching their weary heads trying to figure out why their goblin tom shut down. A frequent occurrence, I'm sure. Little Trey doesn't lose hope, though. He changes positions only to tackle them once again. good for Trey. It would have been real easy to become discouraged and have given up after the coyote spoiled things, particularly for a young hunter. But yet again, a little patience and a lot of persistence does the trick.
Was that exciting or what?
Yeah,
Are you hooked on turkey hunting?
yeah, the rest of my life.
All that walking yesterday made it worth it today. Coyote
Yeah.
scared your turkey off yesterday. Tried to eat your turkey yesterday.
Yeah.
Scared it off. Well, it worked out just right. You did a good job calling him in.
Yeah, it came in just like it's supposed to.
Did you get nervous?
Yeah, heart was beating out of my chest. I thought he might even hear it and run off.
Yeah. That's a good one. You did a good job on him. Real good job.
Now we'll follow team member John Frank on a fantastic voyage to the Lone Star State in hopes of connecting with a gorgeous Rio.
We set up a few decoys out here in the front. We're hoping that during natural movement, the roost tree is off to the back of us here. Dave Reisman this morning shot a beautiful bird off of that roost tree, so we're gonna hope that those birds come back into roost tonight, and featherflex decoys, maybe we'll get a play on a gobbler. So.
Boy, one thing you can usually count on for sure, when Rios are right, they are really right, and a lot of fun to hunt. At certain times, the hens can be more aggressive than that of many of the other subspecies. Their aggressive nature can be a huge benefit. More often than not, a longbeard will be trailing behind.
Dave, there's a gobbler right behind them hens. Whew, boy, I tell you, this Rio Grande hunting on the Rockerbeat Ranch in West Texas is phenomenal. These birds work and work. I tell you, we came in this afternoon actually trying to intercept turkeys on the way back to the roost tree, and I made a few calls, had about 6 or 7 hens just come screaming out of the underbrush. I tell you what, here come this big full fan Tom right behind him. He came in and he saw our featherflex Jake decoy. He didn't want anything to do with those live hens. He came and straight squared off with this Jake. I don't know if I would have let him go any longer, if he would have tried to get into a fight or not, but I tell you what, he is just a beautiful buff-colored Rio Grande, typical on the Rocker B. I'd like to extend a personal thank you to Bobby Bunton and all of his guys for doing the preseason scouting for us. You know, in the Midwest, that's half your hunt right there is your scouting, and when you come on a hunt like this, you have to depend on your guides to get out there and find the roost trees for you and kind of formulate a plan on how you're going to harvest these beautiful Rios. Excellent bird.
Most hunters know that by the time a gobbler is 2, it has 1-inch leg spurs. In general, the longer the spurs, the older the turkey. However, there are many examples of inconsistencies. For example, it's estimated that 1 to 2% of gobblers don't have leg spurs. Occasionally, a gobbler will have double spurs on one or both legs. Triple spurs are extremely rare. Also, about 1 in 100 hens has leg spurs. All that early morning roost gobbling is literally music to my ears, and there is nothing I enjoy more than sharing those glorious sounds with my lovely wife Willa. To say that we slipped in close to these birds under the cover of darkness would be a huge understatement. Now attempting to pull one from the group is a challenge that rarely ends up successful. Once the birds are on the ground, we'll climb the ladder, so to speak, and try to fire them up by building some intensity in the calling.
Oh, it was awesome.
Got to see him fly down.
I saw 2 fly down, which was great. I've only seen that happen one other time since I've been hunting.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was really, you got to credit Mark. He has a tendency to figure out how to roost these birds and get you tight in on them in the mornings, in the dark. And he spends a lot of time doing it, but I know he enjoys it. That's the end of your tag. And if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be quite as easy, would it?
No, he definitely got us in nice and tight, and was the perfect spot. I could see both of them coming in, one of course a little better than the other. And
well, you saw him before I did. You said something about him. I said, well, there he is. He was spitting and drumming. You could hear him, couldn't you? Or did you hear him walking?
I could see him. He was very visible. He was spitting and drumming and fanning his tail.
I thought those other two were going to come up there too. They were sounding, acting like they wanted to come up there.
Well, they're everywhere.
They're gobbling. They're still gobbling.
They're still gobbling, so it's time to get you on one.
Well, we'll see what happens. I just enjoy being out here with you.
Oh, I know. It's gorgeous. Everything's starting to bud. Sun's coming out.
Remember last year how cold it was?
Oh, the wind was blowing like
90 to nothing.
50 miles an hour at least.
Yeah, we were with Tad and Keenan and Mark.
That was another great hunt.
As far as I was concerned, this day was already a huge success. Those early morning hunts rarely work out.
See if we can't get them up this road.
Okay.
You want to just hang back a couple
Okay,
steps?
I'll follow.
After a short period of time had passed, and a minimal amount of encouragement, I find myself in the driver's seat. More often than not, a group of toms are going to get with the hens and feed off into an area they are comfortable in. But as hot as these birds were, we felt like we could get them fired up again with a little outmaneuvering and repositioning. We were going to try our luck. As we began to get situated, I was contemplating the morning's turn of events and counting my blessings all at the same time. How lucky am I? My wife loves to hunt and is a pretty decent shot, I might add. Couple that with a group of aggressive longbeards, it just doesn't get any better. I'm not even believing this. Not one, but the whole group has committed to coming in. It's just a matter of waiting for the right time for one to stick his head up so that I can get an effective shot. Changing up the call a bit may be all it takes, knowing full well that they had been pressured earlier this morning. It won't be as easy to get them out into the open.
Two in one morning. We haven't done that before.
Never.
This is a first.
Unbelievable, huh?
Beautiful morning. Great hunt.
Was that pretty or
It
what?
was pretty.
Doggone, all those turkeys. Was that cool?
I think yours has quite a
He's
bit
got a great beard. Great
bigger
beard.
beard, yeah.
How about that?
Congratulations.
Did you see it all? Did you see those
did.
fans? All I could see for a long time were their fans, and then all of a sudden that one rung his head up, and I thought, well, it's now or never. So went ahead and took him, but that's a first for you and I.
Yes, it is.
Killed 2 turkeys in one morning.
I don't think I've ever seen you kill a turkey.
You've never seen me kill a turkey? Well,
don't
it's always
think
a
so.
first. Well, let's go
Great.
see if Mark, what he's doing. See if we'll get him on one yet today.
3 in one day, that would be great.
Pretty cool. Beautiful day.
It's gorgeous
These
out.
are the days I enjoy coming out here with you and spending nice sunshiny morning trying to go. What do you think?
I don't know. Yours definitely has a bigger beard. Mine doesn't have any spurs.
Yeah, but they're 2 good toms, aren't they? Let's go see if I get Mark. You know, one thing we've learned over the years, especially as much cutting and running as we do, is to try and park our vehicle over a little rise or something that a turkey can't spot it, to make sure it's hidden kind of inconspicuously, because it doesn't take much for a bird to catch one little bitty sunspot or little glare off a bumper or maybe a mirror, and all of a sudden then he hangs up, even though he might be 200 or 300 yards from you. If he's in an elevated position and he can see either the cab of your vehicle or a bumper shining, that's all it'll take. If that vehicle isn't there normally, he may just hang up right there and you may not even know why he did it. So we've been really cautious about trying to keep that vehicle in an inconspicuous place where turkey can't get a look at it.
There's a turkey that's gobbling intermittently down off this hill. He's probably 200 or 300 yards, but we're gonna give him a try.
After pushing a few keypads on the old cell phone, we located Mark rather quickly. News of our good fortune brought a tone of delight to his voice. No one loves a great turkey story quite like Brother Mark, especially two within a matter of a couple of hours. We both came to the same conclusion. If the turkeys are responding and working well, we may as well try for the hat trick. Why not?
You know, sometimes midday, you'll get a turkey that'll gobble intermittently, and you just kind of get the feeling he's got hens with him when he's not answering your call. I think I'm gonna get out of here and go try some other areas. It's about 10:30. I think we can get on some other turkeys.
It's always better to be safe than sorry. Choosing to unload your firearm while walking through timber is just good common sense.
Right there. There's a turkey gobbling on his own up here in this wood.
Choosing not to reload your firearm is bad common sense. Check this out.
Sound very far away.
I only know of one person that would even attempt to pull that off, and he just did it. I'm still amazed. A couple of big trees and the best camo on the market, combined with a little calling, allows you to literally get by with almost anything.
good luck turkey. And I say good luck because that's never happened to me before and probably won't ever again. I have a habit that when I'm out in the woods hunting and I decide that the hunt's over, that we were working a bird that wasn't coming, and I decided he wasn't coming, so I unload my gun for safety's sake. And you know, I still think it's a good idea, but lo and behold, we're just about to the truck and I hear one gobble on his own, and I never even thought about that gun being unloaded because we were just enjoying a beautiful April day here. And lo and behold, he came in and gave us just a fantastic hunt. He gobbled good, worked in perfectly. We had a little wind, so he came right on in on us. That turkey's like 10 or 12 steps. And the first time I shot, I mean, I could just feel myself flinch because I was expecting to run and go get a turkey. The gun didn't go off, and it immediately hit me that I did not have my shells in. So luckily, I pulled out one of the new Remington heavy shots, got it in the gun, let the action jam shut, and he still, you know, still didn't know what was going on because I was doing it as his head was behind the trees. And it ended up being just a great, great April morning. Look at that nice turkey. Big body, good beard, nice spurs, probably a 3-year-old, good full fan. Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. Can't wait to tell Terry.
Well, Mark's made it 3 in one morning. We'll remember that day for a long, long time. We'll now join young newcomer James Scotton on what happens to be a unique but precarious position to be in. Let's see how he handles it. Just watch.
It's close, it's close.
You must ask yourself, what would you do at this very instant? How would you react? Incredibly, this bird is going to walk right in front of his gun barrel at point-blank range. Would you have reacted the same way?
Opening day, Iowa. Awesome morning. 65 degrees when we woke up. Just perfect. You know, we come out here scouting 3 days ago, and it was 35 degrees, and the toms were still gobbling. This morning, they were all fired up. Couldn't get them right off the roost, right off the bat. Kept working them, and they got all henned up on us, about 80 yards out. Kept working them, then we just decided to play it quiet. We sat here for a while. Sure enough, here comes the one sneaking up behind us. This guy come in probably 5 yards to our right behind us, full strut. We had to wait for him to work out in front of us here. He come right beside us. Couldn't shoot him. Come right out and work the decoys. Perfect. Awesome morning. Got one more tag to fill.
Everyone knows a long, thick beard is the mark of a mature gobbler. So hunters are often surprised when they see a hen with a beard. Truth is, bearded hens are not all that rare. Some estimates suggest as many as 4% of hens have beards. Hen beards are thin and seldom longer than 8 inches. Here's a story of young Adam Keene, along with his Uncle Dale Keene. Adam's attempting to harvest his first longbeard. Adam's on a special youth hunt in Missouri. It just so happens that Adam's dad, Keith, is a special long-time family friend and has jumped behind the camera to try and capture the memories. Congratulations to Adam. Few hunters can say they have their very first longbeard locked away on tape to share with family and friends. Great job.
Opening morning of a special youth hunt here in Missouri, April of 2002. My son Adam here had just killed his first adult turkey. I'm very proud of him.
Early this morning, we saw 4 gobblers out in the field, and they came walking in. Then we called for them, and this one came walking in, and he came to our decoys, and I got a good shot at him, and I got him, and he was my first gobbler turkey, so I'm real happy.
Well, give me a hug. Congratulations, buddy.
Those are the real stories. Here's an old, familiar face, and I do mean old. One that needs little introduction. Steve Stoltz happens to be a great friend of Mark and mine, as well as one of the best turkey callers and hunters in the country. His experience dates back many, many years. Keep your eyes and ears open to watch, listen, and learn. His skills are always a pleasure to observe.
Wow, what a magnificent looking gobbler, and what a sight. Those 3 gobblers coming up through this open, and of course it worked out fantastic with these feather flex decoys, which when you're hunting open field type terrain like this, what a visual right here. Feather flex Signature Series decoys works again, because when those gobblers stepped out in this open, they looked up, they saw these decoys, and in they came. They fixed on the decoys, and it takes the attention off you, so it worked out perfect. I used my custom cherry crow call, and what I like to do when I strike a turkey with a locator call like that is I like to then take their temperature with a turkey call. It's mid-morning, so turkeys are henned up, they're shut down, and what you like to do is you may just get a shot gobble out of them, but they're not willing to work. Well, I got my super illuminator out, took their temperature, called a couple times, they answered both times, cut my calling off, so it was time to set up, get the feather flex decoys out, and it worked out absolutely perfect. Unbelievable hunt. Wonderful gobbler. He's probably 10+ inch beard. Just a gorgeous turkey. Can't get any better. What a hunt.
You know, I just struck that turkey right around the corner right there. And, you know, a good tip is when you pick a tree, try to set up so that you're on the shady side of the tree, but also clear as much ground clutter away from the tree as you possibly can. That way, if you need to make any subtle movements as the turkey approaches, you'll be able to do that without making any noise and spooking that turkey. And I think if you do that, it'll help you be more successful.
We'll trail behind 3 good friends of ours on a quest for a North Missouri longbeard. A regular guest of ours with endless accreditations to his name and countless articles published each year in numerous publications, veteran Jim Cassida readies quickly, while Chad Kilmer continues to play on the aggressive nature of an irate hen, all in hopes of firing up an old gobbler. Eddie Stevenson of Remington Arms looks on, field testing to see how the new heavy shot performs.
There's a hinge to the left.
Wonderful bluebird Missouri morning after a lot of bad weather. Got on a turkey. Turkey's gobbled good this morning. Had to set up and reposition 4 times. Finally found out why. He had 2 hens with him. What was really exciting was when that hen got mad, and that may have been the key turning point. But what a wonderful turkey. I mean, look at those spurs.
Congratulations. Excellent spurs.
That's good. Inch and a half. Yeah.
Oh, they are indeed. And this is the 4th turkey I've killed this year with heavy shot.
You hammered him. I mean, just smoked him.
Oh, just put him on the ground, and in every case that's been the situation. Eddie, what is the key to this heavy shot doing so well?
Well, heavy shot is a tungsten nickel iron alloy, so it's harder than lead and heavier than lead, so you can actually, you have a tighter pattern, more range, and it really does have a wallop.
The wallop part I would wholeheartedly agree with, because they just go down, and that's what you want.
And I've seen this many times this spring already, and you have too yourself.
Well, 4 times, and just 4 as clean a kills as I've ever had in a long turkey hunting
I think
career.
we've got a winning product here.
No question,
Good
none
product.
whatsoever.
The heavy shot performs at a level much higher than any expectation, increasing our success by a huge percentage.
Put the decoy back behind us. Yeah, I'll put the decoy back here, and you go ahead and set up right there, and I'll set up back here behind you a little ways.
The latest addition to our Drury Outdoors squad, Chris Comstock, teams up with one of the key players for Mossy Oak brand camos, CJ Davis. CJ's job includes public relations, customer satisfaction, and the cumbersome task of visiting numerous hunting camps. It is a role that is the envy of others, but I assure you not easily filled. An integral part of a top-notch organization, we find our good friend CJ hard at work today. CJ's innate ability to stay in tune with the pulse of the outdoor industry has really aided in our long-standing relationship with Mossy Oak. Many, many thanks to all the great guys at Mossy.
CJ, there they are, right there to your left. Coming over that hill.
Chris, this turkey's a testament to perseverance, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We struck him from, I don't know, 600 yards.
it's gotten so warm. We heard so much gobbling this morning, and they just shut down.
They have.
If we hadn't eased up on this fence row and caught them out there, I don't know what we would have done the rest of the.
Had it been
rest
for that
of the morning.
decoy, I don't think we would have ever got them out across this open field like we did.
That's a good idea too. You turning the decoy where its back's to the turkeys to draw them in a little bit. That's a good idea. That's a great hunt though. Hot weather, you just have to stick with it sometimes.
That's right.
Let's go get some lunch.
Okay.
Occasionally, a gobbler will have a short, stubby beard. Some hunters think this is the result of a close call in which a hunter shot the bird's beard off, but it is more likely the beard broke off at a weak point, caused by a deficiency of a pigment called melanin. Melanin is responsible for the beard's black color. When melanin is not deposited for a short time, perhaps due to illness, a portion of the beard will be lighter in color. This area is fragile and can easily break off. A big, wide open, expansive crop field can at times be nearly impossible to call a turkey across. But a veteran hunter like David Foray knows how crucial it is to use the foliage as cover to slip into a gobbler's back pocket or safe zone. This effective range for setup can be lethal.
I'm gonna sit up right here for a minute. He's just right around the corner right here. I gotta sit up right here.
Man, what a day. 6 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been chasing these turkeys since 6 o'clock this morning. That's a 12-hour day. I think I'd rather be at work today. I tell you, you shoot enough of these, you don't think you get as nervous, but when you can't see him coming, he's coming right around the corner. He was just driving me crazy. It really got to me, not knowing that when he was coming, and you could just hear him gobbling, and I heard him drumming, but I couldn't see him, so it was definitely an exciting hunt.
That bird's probably 100, 120 yards, but they love to come out into this pasture, so I think we got an excellent chance to get this bird out.
One of our latest newcomers, Dan Wachork, was gracious enough to provide us with an archery hunt from this past season, something Mark and I just don't quite seem to have enough patience for. Turkeys must have really made us mad at some point in our career, because we still like getting even with them each and every spring with our Remingtons. Our hats are off to those devoted individuals that tackle wary longbeards armed only with a bow each year.
That is exciting. I'm just shaking. Have a gobbler come in. That was 10 yards, less than 10 yards. I gotta get my stuff together. I gotta go check him out. Oh, that was a beautiful bird, man. He came in strutting all the way. Man, what an awesome morning. We lucked out too, because they're saying heavy thunderstorms for today, and she's getting dark now. Oh man, that is a nice thick beard. Boy, I tell you, this was a morning where I didn't have nothing roosted. I couldn't get anything roosted last night, and this is a good area. I popped in here, was coyote howling, owl hooted down in here, nothing gobbled, so I moved on different points, and nothing responded, and I just decided to come back and try this again before going to another farm, and this one cut loose, and it was close to fly down time. So I hurry up, got the blind set up, got the decoys out, and probably took maybe 15-20 minutes at the most, and he came out in this open pasture. It seems like they just love to strut out here in this open pasture. No hands with them. He came right down, but that was a nice close shot, just the way I like them.
Make sure the gun's unloaded. Let's talk a little bit about chokes, constrictions. It's a pretty confusing subject to a lot of people. This is a new choke that Mad Calls just came out with called the Supermax, and it's a little bit more open because we designed this choke specifically for Remington Heavy Shot. Heavy Shot is a non-malleable type shot, so therefore you need to open the choke up a little bit. For instance, this one is 675. We played with a variety of different constrictions and settled on 675. Also, If you're talking about a malleable type shot, like say a Winchester high velocity or a Remington high velocity ammunition, a lead copper plated shot, then you can choke it down a little bit. If you're shooting 5s or 6s, you might go as low as 655. If you're shooting 4s, you may go as high as like 665. So take that into consideration whenever you go out to the range. Maybe your gun's not performing, but just perhaps you haven't matched the right choke with the right shot.
Our love for the great American sport of hunting is followed by another great American sport we are passionate about, football. This spring, we were thrilled to have 2 special guests in our Missouri turkey camp. Greg Blash is a highly respected NFL coaching veteran of 14 years and is the defensive coordinator of the Chicago Bears. Since joining the Bears in '99, he has built his squad into one of the elite defensive units in all of football. His aggressive coaching style mixes the perfect blend of all-pro veterans and emerging young stars that resulted in the Bears posting a record of 13-3 and winning the Central Division in 2001. Unfortunately, Greg was never given the opportunity to harvest an Eastern Gobbler. Nonetheless, we still enjoyed having him in camp and hope to do it again next year. Accompanying Coach Blash was another key figure in the Bears' success. We were pleased to have Bears quarterback and team leader Jim Miller. Entering his 9th season as NFL quarterback, Jim is a hard-nosed field general with a strong arm and an unrelenting drive to win. He is a fierce competitor on the gridiron and, like Coach Greg Blash, is also a quality individual. It's the second to last day of the 2002 Missouri turkey season. Let's see if Jim will get his chance to harvest his first ever wild turkey.
He was up maybe 100 yards. Just right in that tree. Let's go up a little bit further.
Mark and I consider ourselves extremely blessed to develop long-lasting relationships through the sport of hunting. Jim Miller and Coach Greg Blash are 2 that we will treasure for a long, long time. It is always such a privilege and honor to hunt with a true professional athlete. Their attitude in which they approach the sport, and I literally mean any sport, is so far and away above the norm, it is uncanny. Discipline in every aspect, along with mental preparedness, makes it a real pleasure and our job so very easy. I can't express enough how much Mark and I enjoyed the opportunity to have Jim and Coach Blash into our turkey camp.
Yeah! Hey, way to go, buddy! Way to go, man. Good shot, man. Way to go.
Boy, oh boy, Jim Miller. Thank you for coming in and thank you for making a great shot. Look at the beard on that turkey.
Outstanding. Well, thank you. Thanks, Drury Outdoors. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to do this.
Oh, it's our pleasure, man. I'll tell you,
Outstanding hunt.
we waited till the 4th quarter. I mean, Missouri season closes at 1, and we got on this bird about 12:30, and you pulled the trigger just a couple minutes
Yeah, they were making us work this morning, but I'll tell you what, you called them in great, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't be happier. I've just had an opportunity of a lifetime to come here, and it's just been a, just outstanding, incredible experience.
We consider the opportunity as ours. We really do. I mean, what a pleasure to have you in. You guys have had such a great season with the Bears last year, and obviously you're looking forward to this fall. Now, talking about fall, it probably limits you as to how much you can get out, because you guys are pretty busy all fall.
Yeah, basically we start training camp in July, and we go pretty much 6 to 7 months, 7 days a week we're working. So we don't get these kind of opportunities. There's only one bye week, and normally you want to spend it with your family and your friends and relax. And for me to have the opportunity to come out here is just an incredible experience. So you got to take advantage of it in the off season.
Your first turkey.
Yep.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, oh yeah, I did. I mean, it was just like game day. Your adrenaline gets going, and it's exciting. It gets your belly burning inside. You get a little excited, and I was definitely happy when this thing dropped.
Well, you pulled one out in the fourth quarter. 2-minute warning, buddy. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations to Jim on finishing out our season and making it complete.
Here you go, buddy. Thank you. First turkey. Woo!
Thank you for choosing another Drury Outdoors production. It was created for you.